So on today's spicy news of flipping the table, about 2.5 hours ago, the news came out that Joe Biden was declared in the hospital with COVID-19 testing positive for it. Now, the White House did release an official statement basically saying it was just minor effects due to he has had the vaccine and his boosters. So they are saying that it's just minor symptoms. They did send him back. He is just going to be watched and monitored because they're just looking at this as an upper respiratory symptoms. Now, the question on a lot of people's minds was earlier today, it came out to where Joe Biden said that if he was diagnosed with a medical condition, he would consider stepping down. Now, there is another report that came out that Schumer had asked Joe Biden to step down last Saturday, but let's listen.
This is a response to a report that came out from ABC saying that in a private meeting that Joe Biden had with Chuck Schumer this past Saturday in Delaware, that according to this report, that Chuck Schumer made a forceful case for Biden to end his candidacy for president. Now, this is what Schumer's office just put out. It says, unless ABC sources Senator Chuck Schumer or President Joe Biden, the reporting is idle speculation. Leader Schumer conveyed the views of his caucus directly to President Biden on Saturday. So it is not an explicit denial. It's just simply saying that they can't know what happened because Biden and Schumer were the only people in the room. Now, that same report...
Now, as of 7:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have where Joe Biden tweeted out saying, "I'm sick." Now, according to CNN, they have reported that Adam Schiff has asked Joe Biden to step down from his presidency. My question is, if President Joe Biden stepped down, what would take place? Would people be in favor for it? Would there be an argument? Would they agree with who took over in that position? I just see that this would create a problem for some counties and states, for some people showing up to vote, of saying, hey, they don't like the type of person that's there. Plus, I think there would be some people that would be in the Senate and the House that would not be on the same table, and there would be an argument for the many elections to come, even in the future. So what do you think to all of this? Now, let's move on to the next topic. Now, in other news, we have where the Houthis, not to be confused with the Yemen, attacked a oil tanker. But the thing that's comical out of this was Russia's oil tanker, and it was supplying China here. Just kind of shows you how much of chaos happens over there. A lot of people don't realize this stuff. The other thing is that Russia did later on today, they threw in like another 2 to 3 ships that went through the canal, and they are now in the Red Sea. Now, this is a application for vessels and everything, and it's almost near impossible to find something like I do that's a needle in a haystack for flights, but it is something fun to look at just to give you a demonstration. So Russia did send its warships or whatever they were down through the canal and sent them into the canal, and that was earlier today that they did so, and then that oil tanker got hit obviously off of Yemen by the Houthis. Now on to the next story. This is Ukraine, and when Ukraine goes underneath a red missile alert, it sends up Poland to do some stuff. So let me show you. So I just went and picked a random day, but when Ukraine is under attack from Russia, Poland will throw up a couple of fighter jets, and they will monitor this line here because Russia sometimes comes through, and Poland will tell them, turn yourself around and go through. However, a few days ago, we noticed that a Global Hawk was up. Now that's a drone for America, and they were up and they were checking this area down through Belarus and all the way down, and it was like, this is interesting. Why is there that being observed all the way up here? We also noticed someone like NATO 40 being up. Now that's a Sentry, and then we saw some tankers up, which is for refueling, and we saw several of them around in Poland, and we were like, what is this all about? Well, what it ended up being was that Belarus and China are training together. And also, some people don't know this as well. This little area is Russian territory right here, by the way. So it does make sense that, hey, if China and Belarus are training, then yes, you're going to see an increase of stuff just to monitor and make sure that everything's going to plan, that no one's going to do anything stupid. Now, that is in a conclusion for today. However, I do want to make a video that goes into details about this shooter here that attempted assassination on former President Donald J. Trump. And that I will do in the next video. Let me know your thoughts on this. Take care. God bless.